From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
Wow. I've been running these programs for the Armenian, we won't say department, in the Near East section since 1992, and this is quite a crowd, especially in a holiday weekend. But I welcome you to the Library of Congress. And for those of you who don't know, my name is Levon Avdoyan, and I am the Armenian and the Georgian area specialist in the Near East section of the African and Middle Eastern Division. I see many old friends and many new friends in the audience. So please forgive me for recognizing only a few. And of course, with my failing eyesight, if I can find them, I will recognize them. We have the great honor of having former ambassador to Armenia, Ambassador John Evans. John Evans. We have a strong representation from the Armenian Embassy in Washington, including the DCM, Mr. Varajan Nersesyan. We have the religious contingent that it's best probably for me to pass over in silence, but I welcome the blessing on this house. And anyway, unfortunately, the chief of the African and Middle Eastern Division, Mary Jane Deeb, is ill today, but she sends her greetings, and in her stead is a very dear friend and close compatriot of the Armenian department, Dr. Peggy Perlstein, who's the head of the Hebraic section and today acting chief of the African and Middle Eastern Division. Thank you. Now, when I told my doctoral advisor at Columbia University, the irascible Morton Smith, that I had got a job at the Library of Congress, his immediately joyful response was, after thank God, "Congratulations, you are now at the most important academic institution in the world." 32 years later, that feeling has only deepened. Our collections, our mission, our staff all contributed to this. But before I introduce our special guest today, I would like to invite a person whose position and acts have deeply contributed to the success of that mission. Responsible for all units involved in public services, acquisitions, and cataloging, along with digital initiatives, Dr. Deanna Markham, the Associate Librarian for Library Services, is taking what I hope is a welcome break to welcome you to our professional home. Deanna?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your National Library. We're so pleased you're here today. I'm sorry some of you are standing. I hope there's a table back there you can lean against or something, but we're delighted to see all of you here. This institution is the largest library in the world. We have 142 million items in our collection, plus or minus a few. We collect in 450 languages. We consider it our responsibility to collect materials from around the world, documenting all cultures, all nations, all parts of this globe that we live in together. In our Armenian section, we are particularly proud of what we have accomplished, and I say we in a rather selfish way. It's actually the work of Lee Avdoyan during the time he has been at the library. The Armenian collection has gone from roughly 7,000 items to 30,000 items under his stewardship. And he reminds me that if you add to that what is in the general collections, in the manuscript division, and the geography and map division, we have a very respectable research collection in Armenian materials. And Lee, we are deeply grateful for the work you do every day. I'd also like to acknowledge an important fact, and that is the Library of Congress cannot do any of this work on its own. The U.S. Embassy's role in aiding our exchange program is extremely important, and we want to acknowledge the help we get from the embassy. It is so important that we have people looking out for us and making sure that these materials are collected and transferred to the Library of Congress, where they can be kept and preserved for use over many generations. We have close cooperation with the Information Resource Center at the U.S. Embassy, not only in building our collections, but with many of the initiatives that help us do our job of documenting Armenian culture and history, and making certain that what is said and recorded and done will be understood for many generations to come. So for all of you who have helped us do our work, we thank you, and we are delighted to have you, Ambassador, with us today, and we look forward to your talk. Thank you all very much for coming.
Thank you, Dr. Markham. I stress that this would not be possible without the very close working cooperation between everyone at the Library of Congress, from what we term the sixth floor to cataloging, acquisitions, and beyond. Now, my colleagues and I, area specialists whose task is to both grow and serve the collections in our linguistic groups, and I do have close working relations with each of the area specialists, those from the Arab, Turkic, and Iranian worlds, are always searching for the most reliable and up-to-date materials on our country to serve Congress, the nation, and you. Several years ago, we started this series with then Ambassador John Ordway to give him the opportunity to offer vital first-hand accounts of the U.S. mission in the Republic of Armenia in an apolitical, nonpartisan, and mutually respectful environment. We have, as you've just heard, a very special bond with the U.S. Embassy in Yerevan, as it and its Information Resource Office have been instrumental in creating intra-library cooperation and in regulating exchanges with our partners in the Republic. Now, with the kind cooperation of the State Department, I thank our speaker today, the sixth United States ambassador to the Republic of Armenia since it proclaimed its independence in 1991, for offering to continue this important series. Her previous appearances in the U.S. have been in a town hall format. You may have guessed that is not our way. Today, we conform to the Library of Congress pattern of a speech followed by focused questions and answers. She follows the wonderful yet non-obligatory pattern of her predecessors by being the official representative of the United States government in Armenia while developing a close personal relation with both the country and its people. Maria Jovanovic was born in Connecticut and studied at Princeton University, where she earned a BA in history and Russian studies. She has also studied at the prestigious Pushkin Institute and the National War College. Career member of the Senior Foreign Service, she became America's ambassador to Armenia on August 1st, 2008. She has served in Ukraine, Ottawa, Moscow, London, and Mogadishu, and as ambassador to the Kyrgyz Republic until 2008. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Ambassador Maria L. Jovanovic to our home, the Library of Congress.
Thank you very much. Shnorakalatsun and Barefedzes. I thank you, Deanna, for your warm welcome here to the Library of Congress, and Lavone for that very kind introduction. In so many ways, the Armenian American community represents the foundation and the strength of our bilateral partnership with Armenia,